So listen, right? It's no secret my ethnicity. I'm black, African. Some people say we're not from Africa. Some people say we are. Who cares? I'm black, and according to society, and that's how I identify. You know, we got this identification crisis going on. I identify as black, whatever. So I was playing. I want to talk about the N word. Like people, that's a very controversial word. And I was playing the game, like y'all know I like to play the game. I was playing on a computer, and this guy jumped on, white guy jumped on. He's like, "Bro, do you mind if I use the N word?" And I'm like, "Whoa, how did you know I was? How did you know I was black?" And of course he knew because of my voice. I just wanted to hear him say it though. And I was like, "Listen, man, I don't care if you use that word." I was like, personally, I don't use the word at all. I grew up in that culture where that word is used regularly. It can be used in a positive way or a derogatory way. And to me, it's such a controversial word that I don't use it at all. I just feel like, I just know that I have a better vocabulary. I have a more extensive vocabulary, so I don't need to use it. There are other words and other ways to address people, so I just simply don't use the word. And the other thing about that is we want to get offended when people use that word, but we're not offended when we use that word. And yeah, you can sit up here and talk about, oh, it's the ER and the GA or whatever the suffix is to the word. I don't care. I just don't think people should be using a word, period. It's too much controversy, and I would much rather stay away from it. And again, like there are millions of other words you can use when you extend your vocabulary. So I like to stay away from the word. I don't use the word. I grew up in that culture. Again, I grew up in that culture. I used to use the word. I grew up on rap music. I even used to be involved in street gangs and all that stuff. I used to use the words and live that kind of life. But I've grown since that. And I don't need to use the word anymore. And my thoughts are that we shouldn't be using a word, and we shouldn't be, if we should lead by example. So if we don't want other people using that word against us, we shouldn't be using that word. If you don't mind people calling you that word and using that word, then go ahead and do it. But don't get offended when others use that word.